Hello students. In this session we will discuss about the addition of ammonia and its derivatives to aldehydes as well as ketones. Nucleophiles such as ammonia and its derivatives, nucleophiles such as ammonia and its derivatives such as H2N Z, where one of the hydrogen atom is replaced by atoms or group of atoms, such type of, and this type of compounds are called as derivatives. Okay, nucleophiles such as ammonia and its derivatives H2NZ add to carbonyl group, of aldehydes and ketones. This reaction is reversible, and this reaction is reversible. This particular addition is reversible and catalyzed by acid and catalyzed by acid. The equilibrium favors the formation due to the product formation due to rapid dehydration of the intermediate to form compound like this, C double bond N Z, where Z is either alkyl group or aryl group, or maybe OH or NH2 or C6H5NH or NHCONH2. Okay. Now we'll discuss this general reaction. Carbonyl carbon atom C double bond O adds to ammonia or its derivatives, that is H2NZ. We are going to get reversible reaction, intermediate compound COH NHZ we are going to get stable products such as double bond NZ plus H2O. This is general reaction of the addition of ammonia and its derivatives. Okay, generally here what happens, directly we can write this reaction refers to any aldehydes or ketones, and the reaction takes place between oxygen atom of carbonyl group and the hydrogen of the derivatives of ammonia. Eliminate molecule like this. Okay, this is your H2O. Then link this carbon to the nitrogen through double bond. So here C double bond NZ, C double bond NZ. This is about the simple mechanism, or we can write once again C double bond O plus H2NZ. Directly we can write down C double bond NZ plus this H2O. In this way we can write all these reactions. Here Z may be alkyl group or aryl group or OH or NH2 or C6H5NH or NHCONH2. Now let us see the tabular column of the Z reagent name, carbonyl derivative and product formed during this particular reaction. Now, if ammonia is used as reagent, then Z is equal to H. So like this, H2NH. This H stands for Z. If Z is H, that reagent is ammonia, then you are going to get a this carbonyl derivative, the carbonyl carbon atom links to this nitrogen through double bond, and this H2 is eliminated. So you are going to get this compound that is known as imine. If Z is R, means RNH2, the reagent name is amine, and you are going to get substituted imine, that is also called as Schiff's base. I will write one examples of all these things. Then if Z is OH, reagent is known as hydroxylamine, and you are going to get an oxime. NH2, if Z is NH2, that compound is known as hydrazine, you are going to get hydrazone. Carbonyl compounds reacts with hydrazine, you are going to get output as or product as hydrazone. And this is phenyl hydrazine, C6H5 C6H5 NH, phenyl hydrazine. This stands for Z. So you are going to get phenyl hydrazone. 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazine is there, you are going to get 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazone. Last, if this group is Z, then the reagent name is semicarbazide, you are going to get semicarbazone. This is about the explanation of reagents carbon derivative. Now I will write all these reactions in general. General reactions of addition of ammonia and its derivatives. Now I will write first reaction is carbonyl compound C double bond O reacts with ammonia. Ammonia can be written as H2NH, where Z is H. Eliminate a molecule of water here. Eliminate a molecule of water between this compound. Then you are going to get a product as C double bond NH plus H2O. The compound formed is imine. This is ammonia. Then second reaction. Carbonyl compound, aldehydes or ketones, reacts with amine plus H2NR. This is ammonia, and this is amine. In all these cases, you have to eliminate a molecule of water, then link this carbon to this nitrogen through double bond. Here we'll write this compound C double bond NR plus H2O. This compound is known as substituted imine. Substituted imine. Third one reacts with hydroxylamine, C double bond O plus H2NOH. Here Z is OH. This is hydroxylamine. Here also eliminate a molecule of water here, and you are going to get C double bond NOH plus H2O. This is oxime. Next, fourth one, carbonyl compound reacts with hydrazine, C double bond O plus NH2 NH2. This compound is known as hydrazine. Eliminate a molecule of water, you are going to get the compound C double bond N NH2 plus H2O. This is hydrazone. Next, fifth one. Next is carbonyl compound reacts with phenyl hydrazine. Phenyl hydrazine. Same. mechanism. Eliminate a molecule of water. You are going to get C double bond N NH C6 H5. This is phenylhydrazone. Phenylhydrazone plus H2O. Next reaction with the semicarbazide. C double bond O plus H2N NH CONH2. Semicarbazide. Semicarbazide. Eliminate a molecule of water. You are going to get link carbon to this nitrogen through double bond NH CO NH2 plus H2O. This is semicarbazone. Semicarbazone. These are the general reactions of addition of ammonia and its derivatives. Here, if both are hydrogen formaldehyde, if one hydrogen and one CH group acetaldehyde, if both are CH3 acetone, like this way you have to write all aldehydes and ketones in this particular reaction. Now we'll discuss reduction reactions. Reduction to alcohols. Reduction to alcohols. Aldehydes and ketones are reduced to primary and secondary alcohols respectively by using sodium borohydride or lithium aluminum hydride or by catalytic hydrogenation. Aldehydes or ketones are reduced aldehydes are reduced to primary alcohols, ketones are reduced to secondary alcohols. We can use reducing agents such as sodium borohydride NaBH4, or you can use lithium aluminum hydride. You have to use sodium borohydride or lithium aluminum hydride, or by catalytic hydrogenation. We have discussed these reactions in the chapter alcohols. Now let us discuss special reactions of ketone. That is, first, Clemenson's reduction. Conversion of carbonyl group into methylene group by using zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl. Zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl is known as Clemenson's reduction. Conversion of carbonyl group into methylene group using zinc amalgam and concentrated hydrochloric acid. This reaction known as Clemenson's reduction. Now we'll write the general reaction. R C double bond O R dash. This is a ketone which contains carbonyl group that is reduced by using zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl. Zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl. You are going to get this CO group is converted into CH2 or CH2 R dash plus H2O. This reaction known as Clemenson's reduction. Now just we'll discuss one example. CH3 COCH3 acetone or propanone. acetone is reduced using zinc amalgam ZnHg and concentrated HCl. You are going to get propane CH3 CH2 CH3 plus H2O. This is propane, and this reaction is known as Clemenson's reduction. Clemenson's reduction. Now we'll discuss Wolff-Kishner reduction. When aldehydes or ketones are reduced using hydrazine NH2, eliminate a molecule of water, you are going to get RCr double bond NH2, you are going to get hydrazine equal to hydrazone. This hydrazone is heated with sodium or potassium hydroxide in high boiling solvents such as ethylene glycol. Hydrocarbons are formed. RCrH2 hydrocarbons are formed. This particular reaction known as Wolff-Kishner reduction. Hydrocarbon. First, aldehyde or ketone is treated with hydrazine. You are going to hydrazone, and it is boiled with either KOH or NaOH in high boiling solvents such as ethylene glycol. Hydrocarbons are formed. This reaction known as Wolff-Kishner reduction. Now we'll discuss one reaction. Acetone CH3 C double bond O CH3. Acetone or propanone treated with hydrazine NH2, eliminate a molecule of water, you are going to get hydrazone CH3 C double bond NH2 CH3. It is treated with KOH or NaOH in high boiling solvents such as ethylene glycol. Just heat it, you are going to get propane CH3 CH2 CH3 plus nitrogen gas. This is propane. This reaction is known as Wolff-Kishner reduction. Now we'll discuss oxidation reactions of aldehydes. Aldehydes differ from ketones in their oxidation reaction. Aldehydes are easily oxidized to carboxylic acids on treatment with common oxidizing agents such as nitric acid, potassium permanganate, potassium dichromate, etc. Even mild oxidizing agents such as tolerance reagent or filling solution can oxidize the aldehydes into carboxylic acids. On treatment with common oxidizing agents, also oxidize aldehydes. Aldehydes can be oxidized using nitric acid, potassium permanganate, potassium dichromate, or even with the milder oxidizing agents such as tolerance reagent, filling solution to carboxylic acid. For example, general reaction RCHO undergoes oxidation by using oxidizing agent RCOOH. Yes, aldehydes on oxidation forms carboxylic acids with the same number of carbon atoms. Example, when acetaldehyde is oxidized, when acetaldehyde CH3CHO is oxidized using alkaline KMnO4, alkaline potassium permanganate solution, alkaline KMnO4 solution, acetic acid is formed, CH3COOH. This is acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde gives acetic acid. Number of carbon atoms in aldehyde and acid, carboxylic acid, remains the same. Next is reaction with the tolerance reagent. When aldehydes are heated with the tolerance reagent, a black precipitate or a shining silver mirror is obtained. Formed. RCHO, this is aldehyde plus tolerance reagent, 2Ag NH3 twice plus, in the presence of OH minus ions, you are going to get RCOO minus carboxylic acid plus 2Ag, this represents black precipitate, plus 2H2O plus 4NH3. Aldehydes, when heated with the tolerance reagent, you are going to get a black precipitate or shining mirror of silver. This particular reaction is answered only by aldehydes but not ketones, and this is the confirmatory test for aldehydes. Example, when acetaldehyde is heated with the tolerance reagent, black precipitate or shining mirror of silver is formed. CH3COO minus plus 2Ag black precipitate plus 2H2O plus 4NH3. You are going to get black precipitate of silver. This reaction is known as tolerance test. This is confirmatory test for aldehydes. Now let us see how tolerance reagent is prepared. Tolerance reagent is ammoniacal silver nitrate solution. Now let us see how it is prepared. It is prepared by taking a drop of silver nitrate. Take a drop of silver nitrate, add sodium hydroxide, UH. You are going to get brown precipitate. Brown colored precipitate is obtained. It is due to the formation of silver oxide, precipitate of silver oxide, which is dissolved in ammonium hydroxide. You are going to get a clear solution. This clear solution is known as tolerance reagent. Here active species present in the tolerance reagent is AgNH3 twice. This is cation. This is the active species present in the tolerance reagent. First take drop of silver nitrate, add sodium hydroxide. You are going to get brown precipitate of silver oxide. Then dissolve it with small amount of minimum amount of ammonium hydroxide, you are going to get clear solution. That clear solution is known as tolerance reagent. Clear solution is known as tolerance reagent. Active species present in tolerance reagent is AgNH3 twice plus. Now we'll discuss reaction of aldehydes with Phalanx solution. Aldehydes reacts with or heated with Phalanx solution. You are going to get a red precipitate of cuprous oxide. Red precipitate of cuprous oxide. That the reaction RCHO represents aldehyde plus Cu plus 2 ions present in the Phalanx solution plus 5 molecules of OH minus 5 OH minus ions gives RCOO minus carboxylate anion plus red precipitate of cuprous oxide plus 3H2O. This is reddish brown precipitate. When aldehydes are heated with the Phalanx solution, you are going to get a red precipitate of cuprous oxide. Example acetaldehyde when treated with the Phalanx solution, you are going to get a red brown precipitate of cuprous oxide. This is the reaction of aldehydes with the Phalanx solution. Aromatic aldehyde which do not contain alpha hydrogen atom, aromatic aldehydes which do not contain alpha hydrogen atom, for example benzaldehyde, do not give red precipitate of cuprous oxide with the Phalanx solution. This is due to Kenny-Zaros reaction which involves the reaction of benzaldehyde with sodium hydroxide present in Phalanx solution to form sodium benzoate and benzyl alcohol. If aromatic aldehydes does not contain alpha hydrogen atom, for example benzaldehyde, that doesn't give red precipitate because as the benzaldehyde doesn't contain alpha hydrogen atom, it undergoes Kenny-Zaros reaction, gives sodium benzoate and benzyl alcohol. It reacts with the sodium hydroxide present in Phalanx solution.